You know, it's crazy to think that 4 years ago, this was Sneaker of the Year, and 4 years later, 2025's version, which might actually end up being better, this one might actually end up. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Blue. Welcome back to the channel. This is Kickin' Trips. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Got another fun one for you guys today. These are the Nike Air Jordan 3 A Ma Maniere collab in the Diffused Blue colorway. And are these actually flying under the radar right now and possibly gonna sell out at release? Because we have so much happening right now in 2025 that our heads are spinning with all the big launches. Or do you think they'll be there long enough for us at retail to kind of circle back just in case we miss out on some of the bigger releases we're going for? Or maybe we could still snag these at retail, or maybe actually get these under retail. I don't know, man, but let's talk about it. The year is 2021. Okay, hold on, I know. Okay. We're not gonna get into a big long story here. I know sometimes I can get a little long-winded when it comes to these stories, but you know, my defense, man, I'm a really big into the sneaker game and the sneaker culture, and I love when a sneaker comes out and they tell a really good story behind us. So sometimes I get a little caught up here, but I promise we're not gonna do that this time. You know, I hope. Maybe. Now, as always, I'm gonna jump into all the details and get you some close-ups, and of course, drop these on feet and get you some nice on-feet shots. And you know, sprinkle in a little bit of the story there as well. I promise I'm not gonna make this one too long, guys. But before all that, click that subscribe and notification bell. It really does go a long way as far as helping the growth of the channel, so definitely appreciate that. But in 2021, A Ma Maniere did drop this Jordan 3 raised by women, and they did run in extended sizes, so some of the big feet gang was able to get this. I think it was up to a size 10.5 in men's max, so some of us were able to get these. But before the sneaker even came out and dropped, this was already being dubbed Sneaker of the Year. And what's crazy is that this carried the momentum all the way through 2021 to actually become Sneaker of the Year. It's wild to think that 4 years later, we get a sneaker that might actually be better when it comes to the look, the color blocking, and the materials. And this one might actually end up sitting at retail or under by the time this one drops. It's crazy how this game just turns from 1 year to the next or a couple of years later. And honestly, some of my favorite sneakers overall are A Ma Maniere collabs. And again, a big part of that is because of the storytelling, the approach, the good causes that he puts behind these sneakers. But also, I just know I'm gonna get some really good quality when it comes to their releases. It's definitely not about resale, because a lot of the sneakers in my collection that are A Ma Manieres are either barely sitting at retail or sitting way under retail right now. Probably could have got them cheaper had I waited, but you know, I'm impatient, you know, like a lot of us. And some of my favorites include the Raised by Women Jordan 3, the Violet Ore Jordan 4. God, I love this sneaker. I have been wearing a lot of this sneaker since I've gotten it. This whole collection, depending on who you ask, was a success or not a success. If we're talking about quality, man, these black Jordan 3s with this cream lace swap, these are some of my favorite sneakers in my collection. Absolutely one of my favorites from A Ma Maniere. And then a little sleeper that I know it's pretty old, but I just love wearing these because I love this burgundy crush color with this crack leather. I love this Jordan 1 from A Ma Maniere. I love the hidden messages they put inside the lace straps here on the side. I love that about them. So when early pics of these Jordan 3 Diffused Blue started to float around, I already knew I was gonna have to get my hands on these, and I was able to get them in hand just a little bit early before the drop next week as of filming this video, just so we could dive into all the details and see if this is something that maybe you guys wanna get them at launch so we don't sleep on them, or maybe after checking out this video, we're just gonna pass on them. Either way, let's jump into the details. Starting with the box, we go back to the original cream boxes that have the plastic sleeves with the A Ma Maniere A logo pattern printed throughout. And the uppers, as you can always come to expect from A Ma Maniere, they gave us this extra soft, tumbled, buttery white leather that starts at the toe and wraps around the side panels. Moving up the lace panel, we get diffused blue metal eyelets on the bottom lace panel, and on the top, with a dark gray suede mid-lace panel in between. We get a warning label that comes attached to the laces, and we've seen this before where it's a possibility that the colors might bleed into each other. And we get that old school Nike clear hand tag with a diffused blue touch and A Ma Maniere's quality goods handle with care tag. A super soft white leather tongue with a dark gray Jumpman logo on one, the A Ma Maniere A logo on the other, and a perforated lower portion of the tongue. And you know I love me a lace swap, and we get 2 sets of laces with a white pair, and we also get a really light cream set as well. Never to overlook a detail or cut a corner, we get slimmed down dark gray quilted inner linings and a blue quilted soft insole with an A Ma Maniere stitch patch. But the only difference that I saw or noticed was that we didn't get a quilted inner tongue like some of the models in the past. We didn't even get the inner tongue that has the little A pattern like we've gotten with some of the past releases as well. This time we just got a plain gray material. Replacing the traditional elephant print panels, we get that same super soft dark gray suede that just wraps around the toe and also wraps around the side back panels. Sitting on a really nice light cream midsole that has a small portion of the rear midsole, it changes into that matted diffused blue color that leads into my favorite and sexiest part of the sneaker, and that's the booty. We have that dark gray suede wrapping around the rear. It sits on that matted diffused blue midsole. And I've said this before, but there's nothing like seeing Nike Air on a rear. So we get a cream heel tab with diffused blue Nike Air. And it's just like in 2021 women's version, we get the same messages behind the pull tabs, with the left foot reading, "All we have is each other," and the right foot reads, "You have to get comfortable walking alone." So what's the feeling you get with an A Ma Maniere release? It's knowing they'll deliver a powerful message and story with amazing materials from the toe all the way to the heel, never overlooking or missing a detail, with great color blocking and packaging without missing a beat from release to release. It's that feeling you get when you finally get them in your hands and you just say to yourself,
No, you complete me.
All right, guys, that is it for me. As always, feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you like where we're going with the content on the channel. It really does go a long way as far as helping the growth of the channel, so appreciate that. And let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going for these on March 15th? Are these gonna end up being a pass for you? I just think that with so many sneakers coming out since the beginning of this year, and with so many sneakers dropping since the beginning of March till now, I think these might end up flying right under the radar on us. And maybe we can actually snag these for under retail, kind of like we've had with some of their past releases. Now, as for me, I cannot stress enough how dope I think these are, especially when you get them in hand and you start to feel the craftsmanship of the quality materials that they gave us on these. I love the light cream lace swap option that they gave us. It goes so well with that light cream midsole that's on these. It's real subtle, but I just love how that looks. I cannot wait to throw these on feet in a couple of weeks when I head out to Yankee Stadium for opening day. I think these are gonna look so dope with that white Yankee pinstripe jersey. And honestly, that just leads me back to what I always say. It doesn't matter if these are gonna sit at retail or maybe dip a little bit under retail. It doesn't matter if I like these or if someone you know doesn't like these. It matters what you like. So if you're a huge fan of A Ma Maniere and these are another sneaker that you wanna add into your collection, get them. Maybe you guys missed out on that 2021 pair and these are gonna end up being a consolation prize for you guys. Buy them. But more important than anything, guys, wear them. All right, guys. Catch you on the next one.